Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena as today the Huntington University Foresters take on the Ohio Midwestern College Rams. It is day 2 of the Forester Classic. Hi folks, I'm Victor McCarty alongside my partner in crime, Logan Hunt. First off, Logan, how are you doing on this sunny day? It's definitely a nice tone as opposed to the snow we had last night. That was just bizarre. Spooky, some might say. And then, of course, secondly, how do you think the Foresters are going to well today against these Rams?
Well, it's a great day here at the Huntington University campus. Like I said, it's sunny out. It's gonna have to be a nice day, nice, midday game. It's a great time for Forester Classic. But I believe that the Foresters and the Rams are gonna have a great matchup. The Rams are kind of like what we saw out of the Great Lakes Crusaders last night. They played a similar type of ball. Looks like, though, that the Rams are a little more skilled and have a little better coaching. So it's going to be a tough matchup for, I think, the first few minutes. But I think the Foresters ultimately will just be – they have so much size down low on the Rams.
I do look for a very competitive game out of the Rams and Foresters here in this midday game. Let's take a quick look at the Crossroads League standings, even though it was only the second game of the year for the Foresters. But there have been some other games around the league. First off, the Mount Vernon Nazarene, they are 2-0. St. Francis is 2-0 now as well, as they are here in this Forester Classic competing. They're ranked 15th in the nation. Now, if you want to talk about ranked in the nation, look no further than Indiana Westland being ranked number 1 after their championship run from last year.
I say the Crossroads League is just loaded with talent, tons of teams. Like I said, they sent 4 teams to the NAIA tournament last year. This Crossroads League, it's no joke. This is the best league to be in for the NAIA.
As you say, Logan, it is the best league to be in for basketball. And as a participant in the basketball sport, it is great to live in Indiana.
You always get good basketball out of Indiana. Doesn't matter rain, shine, snow. People are always out playing basketball. Farmlands, gotta have your shooters. It's the best type of basketball. It's right here in Indiana. That's what we're known for.
I completely agree, Logan. Now let's talk about the game from last night. We saw the Foresters take on the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders. Tell me some highlights from the game last night, Logan.
A few key players really stood out. Kyle Pimminger came right out the gate and was just on fire. He started out strong for the Foresters, and it seemed like everyone else kind of followed his lead. Alex Peterson was playing great down low along with Daniel Wool. They both grabbed 9 rebounds, doing a great job. But someone that really came off the bench and gave a spark was Austin Clark, the freshman. Just a big body down low. He's 6'6", 225 pounds. He grabbed 10 rebounds in his first game as a freshman. That's really impressive to me.
He almost had a double-double. It was pretty outstanding. One person that stood out to me was the coach's son, Kyle Platt, hometown hero Kyle Platt. He just stood out to me because he can do it all. He shot threes, he got blocks, he got rebounds. I really look for that kid to progress throughout the year. And as you mentioned, all the freshmen are doing quite well. It's interesting to see how Coach Platt is going to balance the starting 5 and the freshman Fab 5, as they like to be called, their time.
So they've earned every bit of that Fab 5 naming, and a great showing in their first matchup. Not one person was slacking. They all were out there doing well. And a quick shout out to Trevor Lockwood getting that first dunk of the season.
Yeah, that was outstanding. Well, we've talked about the team. Now let's get to know them.
Tyler Alt, senior, Carroll High School.
Derek Heinen, sophomore, the Columbia City High School.
Devin Murder, freshman, Heritage Hills High School.
Trevor Lockwood, freshman, McCutcheon High School.
Kyle Platt, freshman, Huntington North High School.
Daniel Wool, sophomore, the Columbia City High School.
Kai Fode, junior, Canterbury High School.
Austin Clark, freshman, Switzerland County High School.
Trevor Lucas, freshman, Brownsburg High School.
Kyle Pippinger, sophomore, Tri-Village High School.
Drew Benedict, sophomore, Columbia City High School.
Alec Peterson, senior, Carmel High School.
Calvin Miller, sophomore, Huntington North High School.
Together we can create a positive, competitive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Also a reminder that tobacco use is not permitted on the HU campus, and that includes Platt Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand, bow your heads, remove your hats, and remain silent as Huntington University cheer coach Jane Carroll leads us in prayer before this afternoon's contest. And then please remain standing after prayer and honor America as Huntington University student Heather Johnson sings our national anthem.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you for each person that's here. God, we thank you for each young man that are here, God, just to show their gifts and talents that you've given them. God, I pray for safety for each athlete that is here. I just thank you for each person and each fan, God. I just thank you so much, and let us have a great game. In your name we pray. Amen. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, introducing the starting lineups. For the visitors on the scoreboard from Cincinnati, Ohio Midwestern College.
And we're back here on FDN Sports, the Forrester Digital Network, looking at the starting lineups. First off, we have the Rams of Ohio Midwestern. First off, we have Brennan Gross, who's a freshman, Derry Johnson, who's a freshman, Devo Armstrong, who's a junior, Ahmad Dada, freshman, and Trent Donald, a sophomore. How do you think this squad's going to compare against the team that's just about to be announced?
Well, this squad has some talent on there. You see Brennan Gross, he seems to be the main ball handler for him. We know Ahmad Dada also has a great athleticism, but Trent Donald seems to be the main scorer for him. So you're going to really have to watch out for Trent Donald. He has a lot of athleticism.
Trent Donald, the head coach of the Rams, Mr. Ricardo Hill.
And now we look at the Foresters. Starting lineup is number 2, Derek Heinen from Columbia City. Number 10, Tyler Alt, one of 2 seniors for the Forester squad. Number 34, Kyle Pimpinger, sophomore. Number 45, Daniel Wall, also from Columbia City. And number 33, the second pair of the seniors, Alec Peterson. What do you see out of this starting 5 that will stand out tonight?
Well, I like both the seniors starting, Tyler Alt and Alec Peterson. They had great experience, but also Heinen and Wool work very well together. They are always in sync, and you can never, ever forget about Kyle Pippinger. He can destroy you down low, but he also has a deadly three-point shot. So the Rams definitely have their hands full with this Forester squad. It's very experienced.
After last night's performance, I think one key theme will be throughout this game, and that's having fun. We saw a lot of that of last night in the second half of the Foresters having fun. I think they'll continue to have fun as well as show their great hustle here today.
Hustle and fun is key when it comes to basketball. We saw it a lot out of just going to a Butler squad with Brad Stevens. That's how that Butler squad seemed to always make it to the final round of the tournament, because they always had the best hustle, and that's what this Huntington squad had. We saw it last night. They were going on the ground for loose balls and everything. So you really have to love the heart that this team has. They just love the game of basketball.
Well, it's day 2 of the Forrester Classic. Huntington University versus the Midwestern College Rams. Take it away, Logan.
Looks like we're going to have Michael Thompson and Alec Peterson out for the tip. We saw Peterson win it easily last time, and Peterson has about a 6-inch advantage on Thompson, and he wins the tip, and Pippinger is able then to hit it off of Dada. So it will be Huntington University basketball to start this game, as they're going to inbound from their own baseline. There's going to be, looks like, a little bit of clock. We're making sure the referees are ready to go with the clock. Making sure everyone is in sync, because there's going to be a little bit of pressure here now from the Rams to start this game out. Alt's going to bring it up the court for the Foresters. He has Johnson on him. He gets it to Pippinger on the left wing. Pippinger looks down low to Wool. Wool sizing up Dada. Takes it baseline, goes up for 2, misses Peterson with the missed tip. Wool is going to scrap and get the rebound. He finds Heinen on the left side. Pump fake, and now we have a foul. This foul will be on Brennan Gross, the 5'9" freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That will be his first foul of the ball game. Pippinger with the inbound to Heinen. Heinen has Gross all over him. He's going to take it in. A little bobble there from Peterson, back to Heinen. Heinen going baseline. Dishes out to Alt for the mid-range from the right side. It's not there. Rebound Gross. The Rams are pushing now, as Johnson has it on the left side. Now he's going to get it back up to Gross at the top of the key. Back to Johnson on that left wing. He's going to get a screen from Thompson. Out to Dada. Gets it all the way over now to Gross on that right side. Gross gets it to Johnson, as the Foresters are just playing this man-to-man defense. Gross with it on the right wing, gets the screen from Thompson. Now he's going to throw it out to Johnson. 3 seconds now on the shot clock. Johnson's going to have to get it away, and they're going to say no, he didn't get it away. Great defense there by the Foresters.
It's definitely a different start as to what we saw last night in the Foresters facing the Crusaders. The Foresters had a quick turnover in last night's game, but Kyle Pippinger came right back with a 3 to set the tone for the night.
We see DeRay Johnson exit the game, and for him will be Devo Armstrong. As Coach Luden was not happy with the Rams, not happy with Johnson not taking that shot. So we see Pippinger left open for 3 at the top of the key, and that is good.
I wonder if he's going to start every game like this, Logan.
I don't think that Coach Platt would mind that one bit. Dada getting the ball, pump fake over to Thompson on the right wing. Peterson out to meet him at the 3-point line. Donald now has it with Wolk draped over him. Thompson driving in on the left side, puts up a wild shot. It's no good. Rebound Wool, as now Heinen gets it. Heinen sees a little lane. He's going to try to take it in, dish to Peterson. Peterson dish out to Pippinger for 3 from the wing. And that rolls around and in for Pippinger. Kyle Pippinger starting out strong again with 2 3-pointers.
Kyle Pippinger just letting the 3 rattle in for the Foresters. Forester leading 6-0 early in the first.
We saw it last game. We've seen it this game now, Victor. Kyle Pippinger setting the tone for these Foresters. He's just calm, cool, and collected. He has the full package for the Foresters. He didn't get a terrible amount of playing time last season. He did get into 30 games, though, but we've seen him step up and take a huge role on this season.
Usually when I saw him come into the game, it'd be late in the game last year, but he is showing why, early in the season, why he is a starter for the Foresters.
Coming out of the timeout, we're going to see Armstrong bringing it up for the Rams. Man-to-man defense still run by the Foresters. Gross gets it on the right side. Little job step. Gets it out to Dada. Dada over to Armstrong. Armstrong wants a screen. Now she's going to get it to Thompson. Armstrong gets it back. He's going to get it poked away, but that's going to be Dada coming up with it. He throws behind the back. No look pass. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be blocked there by Wool coming out of nowhere. And Thompson Gonna drive in, and he will be fouled.
Huntington foul on number 45, Jamie Wall.
And they're gonna call the foul on Wool.
Forsters are contesting that was supposed to be on Alec Peterson, number 33.
As now the referees are gonna work together now, and they're gonna change the foul. And indeed it was on Alec Peterson, as Dan Wool yelling from the sideline going, wait, who?
That's why we have 3 referees in this sport.
We're gonna see Thompson looking to inbound. Heinen gonna get a hand on it, is going to Gross. Heinen gonna slow things up now. He's gonna go down low to Wool. Wool with the pump fake, goes up, and he will be fouled.
So far, we've seen sloppy ball control from the Rams, and sophomore Daniel Wall blocking the shot on the opposite end of the court, going to the line now for the Forsters.
That's his first, the team's second.
That foul will be on Ahmad Dada. That will be his first foul. Wool to the line to shoot 2. His first one rattles around and in. And now we're going to see a substitution here. Patrick White will enter the ball game for Cody Jackson. Wool's second free throw attempt is up. And that one rattles around and in also. 2 for 2 from the line for Wool tonight.
I wonder if they've been playing shake, rattle, and roll in the locker rooms, because all the ball's done is rattled into the net so far in the game.
Gross putting the moves on Pippinger. He goes into the left side. Floater no good in the lane. That'll be Dada exerting his effort there. He's going to get the rebound. Out to Armstrong. Armstrong controlling traffic. In a screen from Dada, not going down low. Heinen tries to poke it away, but to no avail. White has the ball on the baseline. Wool all over him. Thompson going to work on Peterson. Throws it out to Armstrong on the wing. Armstrong looking like a globetrotter with all of his moves. That one rolls around and out for him. Scramble for the ball, going out of bounds. Forster ball.
I love seeing this tight-knit defense so far the Forsters are showing. We saw a lot of that last night, and I hope to see that in the rest of the season to come is tight defense, keep your hands up, and that is definitely a key to any victory.
It's definitely been what the Forsters pride themselves on, has been their defense. And now we see Alt bringing it up court for the Forsters, man-to-man being run by the Rams. Wool gets it on the right side, going down low to Heinen. Heinen looking for a pass, now going to work on the smaller Johnson. Turnaround Jay, no good. Rebound by Tyler Alt. And Alt steps on the baseline, turnover for the Forsters.
With Peterson and Alt, I don't want to say fighting for the rebound, but that kind of reminded me of the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. You have this big man in Alec Peterson and Tyler Alt, both seniors on the squad. Their chemistry is definitely well put together.
Most definitely. As we see Drew Benedict, he's going to be in for Alt. And there's a score there for White and the Rams. That's their first basket of the ball game. 8-2, Forsters lead, just under 16 minutes remaining.
With Drew Benedict in for the Forsters, I definitely can't wait to see him lining up on the right side. Can't wait to see him knock down some threes. He had 9 points in last night's contest.
Drew Benedict's always fun to watch. We see Pippinger take it all the way to the bucket. Nice move there for Kyle Pippinger to get 2.
Pippinger reminds me of a young TJ Short, and that's great for the Forsters.
Pippinger getting himself a steal now, as the ball just kind of was placed in his hand. Donald sizing up the whole way down. Pippinger goes to Benedict on the left side. Armstrong must have done his scouting report because he's all over him. Heinen gets the ball over to Pippinger, and they're going to say Pippinger took a little hop before he dribbled, so that's going to be a travel on Pippinger.
Talking about the Rams real quick, I also like to see the defense that they're putting forth, as number 2 of the Rams almost came up with a steal from Derek Heinen. I hope to see that effort the rest of the game. They're only down by 8, still early in this first media timeout. And in this media timeout is brought to you by the Huntingtonian. We are the news.
You got to love what you're seeing, though, out of both squads. Only a 10-2 ball game. The Rams are putting forth a lot of good effort. They've gotten some good looks. They just haven't been able to necessarily convert them. It's been great defense by the Forsters, but there's also been good defense by the Rams. It's just been the presence of Kyle Pippinger. He has 8 of the 10 points already, and then the other 2 come from free throws from Wool. I like how the Force have been attacking inside. They've been working it around the perimeter, and it seems like they've had a full ball game.
Like you said, it's a phenomenal job by the young sophomore Kyle Pippinger, and as I said earlier, he is showing why he is a starter for this Forester squad with 8 of the 10 points. Daniel Wall with the other 2.
They're doing so well tonight, or excuse me, today, and it seems like the Foresters and what Coach Platt has is what they had last night's carrying over to today. They've come out with a lot of energy and a lot of heart, and now we're gonna see a few substitutions coming out of the timeout. We see Devin Murder and Austin Clark coming into this ball game for Kyle Pippinger and Alec Peterson. Those 2 fellas getting a well-deserved rest.
Once again, this media timeout was brought to you by the Huntingtonian. We are the news.
One thing to know, Austin Clark was the leading rebounder for the Foresters last night, and he does have a significant size difference here on Stephen Alfred. So Clark, look for him to get some boards. As we see Johnson bringing it up on Benedict. He's going to get a screen from Alfred. Johnson, no looker to Armstrong for a long 2. That's no good. Rebound Austin Clark. He dishes it off to Benedict. Benedict gets it up to Murder in the corner. Murder being pressured tightly. He picks up his dribble, but finds Benedict on the outside, gets it to Heinen. Heinen dribbling in on Armstrong, putting the moves on him. No look pass to Benedict. Benedict thought about shooting, goes down low to Clark. Clark goes up, and he will be fouled.
Rough foul by number 23 of the Rams. I can only hope that he had full intention to just block the ball, but he got plenty of arm of Austin Clark.
Austin Clark, though, did struggle a little bit from the free throw line. He was 1 for 5 last night. Definitely looking to convert, though, on these 2. His first one's up, and he gets that one to fall. It's going to be key for Austin Clark being a big body down low, and Coach Platt said yesterday that Clark is going to have to tag on a lot of minutes as he's kind of that 3rd man in the big man rotation. So he's going to have a lot of minutes. He's going to have to really keep converting those free throws and have a full game.
The Forester squad is quite tall this year, with Alec Peterson being the tallest at 6'10", but this freshman squad not too far behind.
We see Alec Peterson almost standing at 7 foot. Like I said, Clark and Wool all right there, and just a very tall Forester squad. And you got to think Coach Platt loves what he has.
I remember back to freshman year when Alec Peterson and I first came on campus, and all I could hear people talk about was, "Have you seen this tall kid?" Like they were frightened by him, but he's a gentle giant.
And we're gonna see Armstrong here getting stopped behind, and now Thompson ends up with the ball, gets it to White on the left side. Murder all over him. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Johnson gets it. He's gonna drive in. He gets stopped in the lane. Out to Thompson. Thompson with a long 2. And that's no good. Rebound by Alfred. It's not there. Heinen getting the rebound and throwing it off of White and out of bounds. So the ball will go to the Foresters after that long rally.
32 was trying to be a little too fancy, trying to get that slam dunk on the rebound. He came down quite hard, so it looks like he'll be coming out of the game for the Rams. You have to be careful of that early in the game. You can't hurt yourself too early.
We see Kyle Platt, your man from last night, entering the ball game for Dan Wool. And that'll be 3 freshmen on the court for the Foresters and 2 sophomores, a young squad, but very capable of doing some damage. As we see Platt with the ball on the left side. And Heinen gets it off the entry, but he will be fouled by Gross. And that will be Gross's 2nd foul of the ball game and the team's 4th. Heinen gonna inbound from his own baseline now. Murder gets it off to Heinen. Heinen gonna take the long 2. That rims around and out. Rebound by Devin Murder. Murder able to get it to Benedict, opposite side. Benedict has Thompson on him, gets it to Murder on the left side. Platt in the corner, undersized Gross on him. Platt gonna swing it now to Benedict. Benedict taking a long 3. And that rims around and out. He's very capable of hitting that, though.
Very capable, Logan. And you saw Benedict controlling the offense, as we often see Heinen. And that's because they both are from Columbia City and have the chemistry to trust each other for who should control the offense.
It's going to be Devin Murder who will be doing the point guard duties, 6'4". Like I said, he has the likes of a Derek Heinen in him. So make sure you keep your eye on that. With Heinen in the game, Murder is still doing the point guard duties as he brings the ball up court. He has Dada on him. Platt gonna get the pass on the left wing, out the Benedict, top the key. Murder gets it on the right side. Good job here by the Foresters by moving the ball. Everyone looking for a pass. Platt gets it to Benedict. Gonna go down low now to Clark. Clark with the spin move on Alfred. He goes up and he will be fouled. As they're gonna call this foul on Michael Thompson. They're gonna say that he brought his arms down. That's his first foul, and Clark will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
It was a good job by Austin Clark getting the jump shot into the defender of the Rams and getting the penalty.
Austin Clark with his free throw attempt up, and that rattles around and in. Like you said, shake, rattle, and roll for the Foresters. As Clark so far 3 for 3, looking to go 4 for 4 with his second free throw attempt, and he splashes that one through.
I know I'm going to have that song stuck on my head the rest of the day.
Dada gets the ball on the right wing. Little jab step there. Now out top of the key to Gross. Heinen all over him. Armstrong gets it on the left wing. Dada will get the pass. He's going to drive to the left, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. I believe this one's going to be on Drew Benedict, as Dada just went straight into his body, creating contact. Now we're going to have Trevor Lockwood coming in for Derek Heinen. And a few substitutions here also for the Rams, as Donald comes in for Alfred. Also Johnson comes in for Gross. 4 freshmen on the court with 12:36 remaining in this first half for the Foresters. They have a 14-2 lead. Johnson goes out to Dada. Dada swings it to Armstrong. Armstrong gets it over to Johnson. Johnson with the step on Clark, and just too quick for him.
Good job threading the needle.
Easy 2 points there for Johnson, as Murder brings the ball up for the Foresters. Gets it to Clark on the right wing. Clark gonna try to drive now, loses the handle, but is able to get it safely out to Benedict. Benedict thought about taking the screen, takes a long 3. That's no good. Rebound by Johnson, and Johnson's looking to run for the Rams. And he loses the ball, steal for Benedict. Benedict brings it up, throws it to Murder. Murder, no look pass to Lockwood, and Lockwood throws it in.
I thought we were gonna see a slam dunk like we saw last night, but he advises against it and just puts up the layup.
Quick shot there by Donald, rebound by Clark, has it poked away, and now he gets it up to Platt. Platt, who played point guard in high school, able to get it up safely. He'll get it to Murder now as Murder slows it down. Gonna run a half-court offense here for the Foresters.
I mean, you want to talk about chemistry, and it is astonishing how much chemistry this freshman squad has already built.
Platt with a misguided 3 there, as now the Rams looking to convert. Thompson going in. He gets it blocked away from Lockwood. And now will be Dada taking it right to the chest of Lockwood after getting that offensive rebound. And now will be 2 shots for Dada. First foul going on Trevor Lockwood. You gotta love that block though by Lockwood. He's averaged 6 blocks a game in high school, and he's already bringing his presence here to Huntington.
Phenomenal. The 6'8" is making his presence known.
So be Dada now at the line, shooting 2. First one goes in for him. Now we see Jackson and White come into the game for Armstrong and Thompson on the Rams side of the ball. Dada looking to tack on his second free throw attempt to bring the game within 10. It's up, and that is good. Murder gonna trot the ball up for the Huntington Foresters. He's gonna be met right there by White as Platt gets it on the left wing. Clark battling down low with Dada, desperately wanting the ball. He's gonna try to go to work now, gets stopped, throws it out to Benedict. Benedict thought about passing to Platt, a little miscommunication there. Murder gets it on the left side. Tossing it out to Clark. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clark gets it to Murder in the corner for 3. And that's no good. Rebound by Dada. And he gets it tipped away, but somehow is able to maintain possession. A little bit sloppy play here by the Rams. Now Johnson wisely just pulls it back out. He's going to work on Bendick behind the back pass. Gonna get that one off in the lane, and that rattles around and in for the Rams.
So far, the Rams definitely bringing the fight to the Foresters. A better contest than what we saw last night.
Bendick has the ball on the right wing, gets it over to Platt. Platt gets a screen from Lockwood, finds Murder in left wing. Quick step from Murder, he goes up in the mid-range, and that's good. As now we have a timeout called by the Foresters. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. Victor, we just saw a long session there where 4 freshmen were on the court. We talked about there being a Fab 5, but looks like Coach Platt has tons of confidence already in his freshmen in only the second game of the season.
Absolutely, Logan. And I look to the future. I tend to like to look to the future more often than the present. And if those 5 freshmen are still here their senior year, that's going to be phenomenal because we still have more recruits coming in. We have the 2 twins in attendance today that the Foresters already signed on. It looks a very promising future.
Like you said, the Rutland brothers from Cecina Memorial High School, they are here in attendance on this Saturday game, and they're looking to see what they can bring to the Foresters come next year. We know Coach Platt's very excited about picking up those pairs of twins. I've personally seen them play, and they are the real deal. They will bring a great presence here to Huntington.
With as many good players as the Foresters are collecting, I can't wait to see the competition the Foresters compete amongst themselves to get time out on the court.
It's like Foresters are the Kentucky of the NAIA. As we see a long 3 from Johnson, and that one rolls around and in. And just like that, the lead's down to 7 for the Foresters as the Rams bring in a little bit of pressure here. As Pippinger is able to get it up, and he loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover there for Kyle Pippinger as the pressure from the Rams is just a bit too much. We'll see Johnson inbounding to Dada. Johnson gonna get the ball back.
I just have to say something, Logan. I see you looking down at your phone here, looking at the Duke-Pittsburgh game, and I noticed Duke just got up on Pittsburgh.
Duke did just win the ball game. As we see, Wool knocking it away. Lockwood coming up with the steal. He'll be credited with it as he gets it to Heinen. Heinen going down low to Wool. A little high Wool. Back to Lockwood. Lockwood goes up. Easy lay-in for 2 for Trevor Lockwood.
When he's that close to the rim, I don't know how he can miss.
As now we see the shot clock didn't reset, or didn't get going, excuse me. And now the whole scoreboard has gone blank here at Platt Arena as the Force. Looks like the officials are trying to work this out. I think the Foresters have just gone lights out, and that's what happened here.
That's just how good they're playing.
And the Foresters are going to try to get this settled. 9:08 remaining in the ball game. Huntington University Foresters on top of Ohio Midwest 20-11. And it's been a great matchup so far. Like we predicted, it's been very close. The pressure of the Rams reminds me a lot of what the VCU Rams done under the lead of Shaka Smart in Division I. We've seen a lot of pressure and a lot of just tough grit work. And it seems to be working so far for the Rams. They've held within 9 with this very good Huntington Forester squad.
Although the VCU Rams do it time and time again in the tournament, they still surprise me each year that they are that good. And as you said, Logan, that's what the Midwestern Rams are doing here tonight, is pressing the Foresters, and that might get the Foresters on an uneasy terms down in the contest.
Just like you said, Victor, Foresters are going to have to be ready for anything that the Rams bring. We see Johnson bringing it up. Man-to-man defense still run by the Foresters. Johnson asking for the screen from Donald. He's just going to dribble around a little bit here. I'm not sure he necessarily knows what he's doing. So now he's just going to take a long 3, but rattles that one home. Johnson getting bailed out from his jumper as now we see a full court press run by the Rams. Pippinger gets it in. He's going to bring it up. Dada on him. Pippinger trying to get it to Heinen.
I remember watching St. Francis face the Rams last night, and the Rams gave St. Francis just as much trouble as they're giving the Foresters. It'll just come down to the second half.
We see Lockwood getting the entry pass down low. He will be fouled. He gets slapped on the arm there. by Trent Donald. That'll be Donald's first foul and the team's 6th. So the next foul for the Rams mean it'll be the 1-and-1 and the bonus for the Foresters. Heinen gonna inbound underneath his own basket. He finds Wool. Wool dribbles out, gets it down low to Heinen. Heinen can post up. We've seen multiple times. He's thinking about it. He's gonna go to work down low, and he does with the baby hook to the right side. Now we see Johnson bringing it up for the Rams. He's been crucial so far. He tries to go in between the Foresters, and then we're going to call foul here on Heinen. Now it'll be Heinen's first foul as Johnson just went right into his body, got tripped up a little bit. And now we're going to have Armstrong coming in the ballgame for Johnson. Johnson getting a well-deserved rest for the Rams. Armstrong's going to inbound from underneath his own basket. Heinen trying to make it difficult for him as he gets his hand on it. It's tipped around, and this one's going the other way.
This is a full media timeout.
And now we have a timeout on the court.
You saw just before the media timeout that Derek Heinen trying to direct the traffic for the Foresters. I think I might nickname him the General going forward.
Derek Heinen is like the general for this Huntington University squad. He has the most assists on the team as he led the team last night in assists. He had 4 last night, and now is with not even a great amount of playing time because of the lead that the Foresters had grown. They played a lot more of the freshmen, but Derek Heinen can do it all for the Foresters. I love the way that he plays. He can post up, he can shoot the 3, and most of all, he just plays under control. I almost want to call him slow-mo because Derek Heinen never gets rushed. He always plays at his own style. He won't let the defense, even like we've seen from the Rams with their press, he doesn't speed up for him at all. He keeps it at his own pace, and he makes sure he's always under control, and that's what I like about Derek Heinen.
Yeah, Derek Heinen is a great player. He made himself known in his freshman year, and he made himself known last night in the first game of the season with 17 points.
A lot of people don't remember from Derek Heinen was at that miracle shot from Shane Merriman. Heinen made what most thought to be the game winner when he had that off-bounce shot with about 4 seconds remaining.
The unsung hero of the shot.
Exactly.
Reminder, this media timeout was brought to you by FDN News, our counterparts over at the news portion of Forrester Digital Network. FDN News, they have a weekly news segment every week.
Make sure you follow them on Twitter, like them on Facebook, and check them out. As we see Heinen getting the ball, bringing it up now. Johnson draped over him. And it's a lot of hand checking there. That foul will be on Johnson. We've seen from the new rules that the college basketball has instituted, you're allowed 1 hand on him, but once you put 2 hands on him, it's going to be an automatic foul every time. The referees are very aware of that, and that's exactly what Johnson did. He was using his feet nicely until he put those 2 hands on him.
I like them allowing more contact in any sport. We've seen in other sports like football that they've kind of been a little bit more penalized when there is too much contact, but I say let them play.
Exactly. Let them play. Heinen hit that first half of the 1-on-1. Foresters now are in the bonus as we see Alfred coming in for Jackson. Heinen looking to put the Foresters up by double digits. His second one's up, and that splashes through with ease. 24-14, the Foresters lead, just under 8 minutes to go in this first half. Armstrong's met by Miller all the way out at almost the volleyball line. Foresters coming with a little bit more pressure here. They're extending that defense. Donald trying to go to work. Lockwood like a brick wall down there. Nowhere to go for Donald. He throws up a crazy shot, gets his own rebound, goes up again. And now they're going to call a foul on Trevor Lockwood. From my point of view, Victor, it looked like Lockwood was pretty vertical there. But nonetheless, referees are going to get him for a foul. It's going to be his second foul.
It's hard not to call him vertical when he's that tall, and we're going to see Alec Peterson come in just for a minute.
Donald to the line, shooting 2, first one's up, and that's no good. And they're saying in basketball that I truly believe, and it's that the ball doesn't lie. Donald missing that missing that first shot. And like you said, Peterson now coming in for Trevor Lockwood. Also entering the ball game for Calvin Miller. Donald's second free throw attempts up, and that one does splash in. Wool gets it up to Alt now. Alt will bring it up for the Foresters. He's going to try to run this offense. He gets it to Heinen on the left side. Heinen gets a screen from Wool. He goes up for 2. No good. Peterson going to get called now for over the back. Now's a good box out there by Johnson, putting Peterson on his back like that.
That's his second foul, 6-13.
Johnson now will bring it up. That's Peterson's second foul, so he's going to have to be careful. Next foul puts the Rams in the bonus. Johnson gonna cut in between Pippinger and Peterson. Throws it out to Armstrong for 3, and that's no good. Rebound by Pippinger. Pippinger looks up. The Foresters trying to run. He gets it to Heinen on the left side. Heinen goes down to Peterson, and that's gonna be a reach-in call on Stephen Alfred, as Peterson's just a bit too big there for Alfred. So Peterson going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That's also Alfred's second foul. And you're going to see Michael Thompson entering the game for Alfred. And Peterson's first free throw attempts up, and he gets that one, earns himself the second one. So Peterson has greatly improved his free throw shooting from last year. Peterson was about a 60% free throw shooter last year. And just when I say that, he misses the second one. Rebound by Donald. And Johnson will bring it up for the Rams. Still 25-15 ball game. Foresters on top. Johnson slowing things down a little bit. And now there's going to be a foul called on Dan Wool. And that'll be Wool's second foul. So the Forester bigs, Wool, Peterson, and Lockwood all in a little bit of foul trouble. All have picked up 2 fouls. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Platt does with 6:35 remaining with both of his bigs in a little bit of foul trouble. And that's going to be Donald getting the board. It looked like maybe a little bit of push off on Wool. He'll go up and get fouled by Peterson. That's going to be Peterson's third foul.
Peterson can't let him get frustrated. I've seen this from him in the past, is that every time he gets frustrated, he starts committing more fouls, and that plagues the Foresters later on in the contest. But it is a beneficial thing, as so much we've talked about. The Foresters do have the freshman to stand in for Peterson.
Clark and Lockwood, the 2 freshmen, coming in now for Peterson and Wool. And now Donald will get his second free throw attempt. And this one's up and misses that one too. And now we see a foul called on Dada as he pushed off Trevor Lockwood. That's going to be Dada's second foul. And Lockwood will get to go, Clark will get to go to the line and shoot free throws. Clark already 4 for 4 from the night from the line, looking to tack on 2 easy ones here. White will now come into the ballgame for Dada. He has 2 fouls. So both coaches trying to play a little foul game trouble here, making sure that they keep their guys on the bench that are in foul trouble. As we see Clark missing the front half of the 1-1, but getting his own rebound. He goes up, misses it again, gets the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. And that possession error favors the Rams on that one. But good effort there from Austin Clark. And now we have a full timeout on the floor, as that will be the Rams taking that one. Huntington leads 25-15 with 6:27 remaining. Victor, we've seen maybe a little bit of sloppy play and not necessarily what we expected out of the Foresters. What seems to be going wrong for them?
Well, I hate to say it, but I think they might be a little too confident after last night's game, and you can't ever be too confident because that often gets the best of you as the game progresses. I think they just need to settle themselves down, and as Coach Platt, I see him doing in the huddle right now, he's drawing up the game plan. He has plenty of pieces to work with, and I believe that he will work through that as the game progresses.
So there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle that they're going to have to put together. Still hold a 10-point lead, as this has been a defensive battle all game long, it seems. Only 25-15. We're looking at just about 6 minutes to go in the half. That's very uncharacteristic for this Huntington squad. But like we said earlier in the broadcast, Huntington really prides himself on their defense, and holding Ohio to 15 points so far has to be necessarily a good, at least moral win for them.
It is something to note, though, that they had more points last night at this point in time and allowed less points at this point in time than so far here today.
I said Foresters did end the first half with 61 points last night. Not looking like they're going to reach that tonight, but I've seen crazier things in basketball.
Well, Coach Platt did say last night that the matchups will get tougher as it progresses. And with 3 games in 4 days, they have to show some wear and tear eventually.
Exactly. It's been less than 24 hours since that last game, and maybe that's showing a little bit. So we see Armstrong going for a long 3 from the corner. That's no good. And now an over-the-back call on Patrick White and Ohio Midwest. So the referee's getting a little whistle happy here, it looks like. As we'll see the 1-and-1, excuse me, the double bonus now for the Foresters, as Alt will go to the line to shoot 2. Alt's a good free throw shooter himself. And the first one's up. And that rims around and down for Tyler Alt.
Or bringing out another song, Logan, Ring Around the Rosie.
Alt looking to hit this free throw, probably a little less dramatic fashion, as that one goes in with ease. We see Johnson bringing it up now. And Dada gets it now to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to go to work on Heinen. He throws it out to Thompson. Thompson thought about shooting the 3, not there though. Johnson will take the 3 himself. That's no good. And Alt comes up with the board, gets it over to Heinen. Heinen looking to push, nothing there. He's gonna just slow things up.
Great job by the senior Tyler Alt getting that rebound.
Heinen with miscommunication there from Lockwood. And White going the other way, throws it right to Alt. Alt taking one to the chin, wasn't necessarily expecting that one. And Heinen now just slowing things up completely. Lockwood gonna give it back to Heinen. A little give and go. Heinen goes for the reverse layup. It's not there, gets his rebound, goes up and gets that one.
Heinen looking around, seeing if he got hit on asking for the foul, but referee's gonna let it play.
Johnson tries to go down Dada. Body's going to the ground as Lockwood thought he had it. Not there though. White gets the rebound and puts that up and in. Heinen bringing it up slowly. Gets it to Alt on that left side. Alt going down to Clark. Clark battling down low, and he will have it blocked out of bounds. And it will be Forester basketball. As now we see Trevor Lucas, the freshman, coming in the game for the first time. He will replace Tyler Alt, and Daniel Wool will come in for Austin Clark.
I'd say that was a fair job by the Rams, almost forming a pyramid over the Foresters to block the shot.
Heinen gets it into Wool. Wool misses the mid-range shot. Rebound by Pippinger. C gets it now to Heinen. Heinen dribbling in. He's going to dish it off to Wool. Wool goes up and in for 2 and 1.
I think that's why Coach Platt brought him back in, because with Wall's experience, he knows how to draw the foul and still get the 2.
Wool looking now to tack on his and 1 opportunity. With 4:40 remaining, Foresters up 31-17. Wool misses the and 1 opportunity. Almost gets the steals. Armstrong gets the pass. He gets it to Johnson on that left wing. He's going to pick up a screen. Thompson going with the long 3 from the wing, and he splashes that one in. Heinen with bringing up court. Armstrong bringing the full court pressure. Heinen gets it to Lucas on the left wing. Looking to get it to Lockwood. Tries to go over the top. It's not there. And now we see White going to the ground. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson out to Dada in the left corner for 3. That's not there. Lockwood with the strong rebound. He gets it to Wool. Wool hands off to Heinen.
We saw some miscommunication between Lockwood and Lucas on the Forester end of the court. Lockwood was calling for the ball to be on his right side, not his left.
And now we see a rare 10-second call. And that will be a turnover for the Foresters. And Coach Platt wants a timeout. There seems to be a lot of frustration there from the side of the Foresters.
Many more penalties than the Foresters had last night. He wants to once again talk to his squad and just understand what's happening. They did a great performance last night, and I expect the same thing today. It just might be another game happening in less than a 24-hour period. It might be numerous things, but I believe they'll come out of this timeout, collect themselves, and be the team we saw last night.
I said the Foresters definitely had a lot of miscommunication there, and like we talked about the fatigue, maybe he's kicking in a little bit, but it seems just like different styles of play almost, as Derek Heinen and Dan Wool want to do one thing, and then you have Trevor Lockwood and Trevor Lucas trying to do something else. And it seems like there's just a little bit of miscommunication on the play, and the frustration's building with how close this game is and how scrappy this Ohio Midwestern team really is. As the Foresters only have an 11-point lead with 3:50 remaining. It's going to be a tough game. They are going to have to finish out this first half, and Coach Platt's really going to have to get these guys in order and make sure that they get a run right before the end of this half, because I think a run before this end of this half would definitely be crucial. When you're going to need someone to step up also on the offensive side of the ball and really take leadership of this team. Now it looks like Ohio Midwestern coming back out to the court. Forster's looking a little more focused. We see Gross will get the inbound here from White in the backcourt. Gross gonna get the screen. Pippinger all over him. He's gonna go for the long two, and that rattles in. Heinen getting the inbound. He's gonna try to push it just a little bit more than last time. He gets this one up. Looking for the backdoor cut to Lucas. Lucas gets it back out to Heinen. Heinen dribbling out to the right side, spins over, goes to Wool. Wool up and in for the slam. Dan Wool getting it started for the Foresters out of the timeout. Gross brings it up. Pippinger meeting him out at the volleyball line. He'll get a screen here. Good help defense by Lockwood. Armstrong now with the three from the side. It's not there. Pippinger with the strong rebound. Heinen bringing it up. He gets a nice screen from Wool. Heinen goes down low. Give and go to Lockwood, and Heinen gets it started. Heinen and Wool getting it going for the Foresters, and a timeout now by Ohio Midwest.
As we talked about, as we discussed, Logan, when Coach Platt called his last timeout, we were thinking, all right, they're just going to go into this timeout. He's telling the guys, calm down. It's all right. Work on your miscommunication issues, and we've seen just that out of the Foresters in just the two plays after the timeout.
Like I said, they needed some leadership that came from Heinen and Wool. Both played significant minutes last year, playing in over 30 games each, and they came out and really just took control, and good chemistry there from the freshmen. We saw Lucas and Lockwood both knowing kind of their role and what they're doing. We saw Pippinger with some great defense, and that intensity really was brought. As it looks like Coach Platt's going to keep with this lineup with 2:51 remaining in this first half. We've seen a lot of timeouts, more than usual in the first half here from both sides.
We only had 2 timeouts last night, so far 4 in the first.
Ohio Midwest brings it up. Armstrong with it on the right wing. He's going to dish out to White. White to Gross. Gross wants the screen. Dada's going to give it to him. Pippinger not phased. Gross out to Dada. Dada thinks about shooting. He'll be pushed from Dan Wool. Now it'll be Wool's third foul.
I appreciate how the Foresters do have the depth that if someone gets into foul trouble, they have someone to take their place, step up, next man up mentality, as you will, as you might. But that's not a motivation, an incentive to be getting the fouls. You want as much time as you can get with Wall with 3 already and Peterson with 3. That leaves Trevor Lockwood and Austin Clark for the big man for the Foresters.
Wool goes in. He's going to be fouled by Alfred, so Wool will go to the line. He will be shooting 2 as both teams now are in the double bonus. It's Alfred's 3rd foul. It's Wool will look to tack on 2 easy ones here for the Foresters. As his first one's up, and that rattles around and in. And now we'll see Cody Jackson come into the ball game for Armstrong. We'll see Thompson come in for Alfred. Devin Murder comes in for Trevor Lucas, and Kyle Platt comes in for Kyle Pippinger. Both sides making some substitutions. This Wool will line up for his second one. That's up, and it rolls around and out. Rebound by Jackson. It's Gross bring it up. Gross gets it to Dada. Platt all over him. Dada tries to drive, dish off to Jackson. Jackson takes the mid-range, and that's good.
Rams basket by number 3, Cody Jackson.
Heinen bringing it up for the Foresters. Looking to Murder. Murder just gets it from White. Gonna go down low now to Wool. Wool being sized it by Thompson. Wool trying to go to work, goes up strong. It's not there. Rebound by Gross. Gross gets it up quickly to Dada. Dada goes in, dishes out to White for the mid-range too. That's not there. Wool with the rebound. And he's gonna try to bring it up himself. And now he'll slow things down and try to get it to a point guard. He gets it over to Murder. Murder out to Platt on the right corner. Platt dishes out to Wool at the top of the key. He's gonna go down to Heinen. Heinen clearing out. And he will shoot the mid-range floater, and that's good. We see Derek Heinen do that so many times before Victor, it's almost routine.
I've gotten used to it.
We see Gross getting it up to Thompson. Thompson met by Lockwood on the wing. Finds Dada now on the left wing. Dada gets a little bit of hole. He's driving, and now we see a charge. Dan Wool getting the charge call on Ahmad Dada.
Wall was squared away, and Dada just running into Wall. Blatant foul for the Rams.
That's the 3rd foul on Dada, and now we see Johnson entering the game again for the Rams. Both teams having to deal with foul trouble. Platt gets it to Heinen. 50 seconds remain in this first half.
With Dada going out of the game for the Rams, it is worthy to note that he's actually from Nigeria, so we're getting some national play on this court tonight.
Wool goes up for 2 in the lane, and that's good. The Foresters tried going 2 for 1, but just a bit too late. Good score there by Wool as the shot clock and game clock are about even. 1 second differential. Gross gets it over to Johnson. Johnson finds Thompson in the corner for 3, and that's no good. Platt with the rebound. 10 seconds remain in the half as Heinen's bringing it up. 5 seconds. Heinen looking to drive as he gets blocked by Jackson. White gets the rebound, and that's how it ends this first half of play. Huntington University Foresters lead 40-24 of the Ohio Midwestern Rams.
It was like the Rams, number 3 of the Rams, just read the play the Foresters were going to perform and just blocked the shot from Heinen.
Definitely there. It looked like Trevor Lockwood may have gotten himself in the way, not quite sure which way Heinen was going to go.
Just another miscommunication by the Foresters, but they seem to redeem themselves later in the first. We'll be back with the halftime stats here on FDN Sports, the Forester Digital Network.
The Huntington University cheerleading program hosted the Junior Forester cheerleaders this fall. During the clinic, participants learned jumps, motions, and stunning. Participants also learned about the Champions of Character 5 core values. If you will please direct your attention to the floor and welcome the Junior Forester cheerleaders. Welcome, ladies. Our Huntington University student halftime shootout is sponsored by Signs Etc. and the Huntington Pizza Hut. Each shooter will shoot from the free throw line, the three-point line, and half court. If they hit the free throw, they win a 2-liter bottle of pop. If they hit the three-point shot, they win a free pizza from Pizza Hut. And if they hit the half-court shot, they win a $100 gift certificate. When we call your ticket number, please report to the scoring table with your ticket. Six zero one 985. 601 985. 601 972. 601 972. And 601 963. 601 963. The Huntington University Athletic Department wants to thank Orthopedics Northeast and Sport One for its partnership. O&E physicians specialize in bones, joints, spines, and sports medicine. O&E also has athletic trainers that provide team coverage to area athletic programs, including HU. When you need orthopedic care, there's only one name to know.
And we're back here on FDN Sports, the Forcer Digital Network. I'm Victor McCarty alongside my partner, Logan Hunt. Let's take a look at halftime stats for the Forcers versus the Rams. Looking at the halftime stats, points goes in favor of the Forcers, 40-24. Field goal percentage, Forcers shooting 46%, whereas the Rams shooting 33%, and Forcers are shooting 75% from the line.
Although shooting 75% from the line, that's also impressive because they've shot 16 free throw attempts compared to Ohio's only 8. So they doubled the amount from the free throw line. That's been huge. Also, they're winning the rebounding battle. A slight edge, 22-18. But steals, they have 5 steals already. So that's something you really got to watch out for.
One statistic is a little too close, I think, that Coach Platt would rather have, is the turnovers. Forcers having 8 turnovers and the Rams having 9. Hopefully the Forcers will look to improve that in the second. Another thing that I see, as you mentioned, steals. That is, I think, their redemption when it comes to turnovers, is that they also have the steals.
We also saw, though, coming out, we saw Trevor Lockwood with a huge block. I think that's the most memorable block of this game so far. Even though they're both tied at 2, Lockwood's block kind of gave the momentum shift back to Huntington, and now that was really big, especially sparking a huge run at the end of the half to give the Forcers a 16-point lead.
Lockwood had the block, and Daniel Wall had the dunk at around the 3:20 mark for the Forcers. It's an exciting atmosphere. Forcers not as well as last night, but again, it's less than 24 hours, and they have 3 games in 4 days, so they gotta save something in the tank when it comes to Monday.
Well, we've also seen, though, out of the Forster, it's the bench hasn't provided as much as it did last game, like you said, but we've seen Dan Wool has 9 points, Pippinger has 8 points, and Derek Heinen has 10. So the big, heavy shooter guys, the guys that are supposed to be getting the most points, supposed to be averaging kind of in double figures all game, they're there. I mean, they're putting in the work so far. They're doing their part. And a quick side note, Kyle Pippinger's perfect for the night so far. So that's something you really got to watch out for looking in the second half. As the big namers for Huntington are doing their job, now it's going to be the freshmen coming off the bench and even just some other role players really fitting into their role and making sure they execute what Coach Platt's put in store.
I think it loudly speaks for the versatility of the freshmen that last night they were scoring the points, but tonight they're providing the defense. So that just shows that they're capable on both sides of the court.
Definitely. We saw, like we said, we've seen Lockwood doing well. We've seen Clark already grabbing a few boards out there. He already has 3 rebounds as he's tied with Dan Wool for the most rebounds already in the first half. Clark and Lockwood, the bigs, doing a great job. We've seen Devin Murder bringing the ball up court even while Derek Heinen's in the ball game. That's how much confidence Coach Blatt has in Devin Murder. So the freshmen are definitely coming through big so far. And let's not forget about Drew Benedict. He's missed a pair of threes, but I got a feeling he's going to come out strong in this second half. He's going to get himself a pair, I believe.
He always finds a way to redeem himself. A reminder to follow us on @FDN Sports on Twitter and like us on our Facebook page, the Forster Digital Network, where you not only get sports but news from Huntington campus as well.
You do a great job with that, Victor, and we appreciate it.
Hey, I try to do double duty each game. It takes its wear and tear on me.
The fatigue might be getting to you, too, as we see Pippinger inbounding to Wool. Wool bringing it up, gets it to Heinen at the top of the key. Heinen has Gross all over him, gets it to Alt on the right side. Alt goes down low to Peterson. Peterson immediately going to work, misses it, gets his own rebound, looking to go back up again. This time he goes to the ground, and they're going to call a travel. Looked like he just lost his footing there. So a turnover to start this second half of play for the Foresters.
Peterson showing some more fight, but it might be slippery out on the court.
We see Johnson bringing it up for the Rams. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson to Gross. Gross has Pippinger all over him. He's trying to shed him. Gross goes in, gets it swatted by Pippinger. Peterson with the rebound, and now he'll get it to Heinen. It's Heinen, the general, going to bring it up. He finds Wool. Wool swings it to Pippinger. Down low to Peterson. Peterson looking to go to work. Gonna go with the turnaround, and that rolls in for Alec Peterson. First points on the board of this second half go to the Foresters.
I can already see in Peterson that I think he might have a big second half.
They've gone to him twice so far, clearly trying to exert their will down low. Now we see Gross get it with Pippinger on him. White has it, Alt draped over him. Jackson trying to go to work on Wool. Wool gets a rejection. Two rejections in a row.
Yeah, 2 blocks so far for the Foresters, one by Pip and another by Wall.
Heinen bringing it up quickly for the Foresters. Gets it to Alt on the left wing. Alt gets it to Pippinger on the right wing now. Pippinger looking to drive. He gets in there, and he will be fouled. As this one will be on White. That'll be White's second foul of the game. And now allow Kyle Pippinger to go to the line to shoot a pair.
Pippinger's coming out of the second in the same way he came in the first, with a lot of gusto.
Oh, they're going to call this one on the floor. And now will be Heinen getting the inbound. Heinen going down low to Peterson. Peterson being guarded by Thompson. Nice spin move by Peterson. He goes up with the left hand, and that is good from Alec Peterson.
You could see Peterson was trying to see for another Foresters to pass the ball off, but he realized that there was an open lane down the middle. Little spin move getting the 2.
Now we see Jackson getting it. He's going in on Wool. Wool went for the big rejection and got a piece of the hand there on Cody Jackson. So that will be a foul on Wool. That will be his 3rd. Cody Jackson going to the line to shoot a pair. Jackson hasn't been to the free throw line tonight. His first attempt's up. Rims around and out, doesn't get the friendly roll. So now we'll see Alfred come in for Thompson. Alfred and Thompson both sitting at 6'5" in height. I don't think it matters who you put on Alec Peterson. Alec Peterson's 6'10", and his size is just dominating down low.
there are teams around the Crossroads League that have bigger players, but for the Rams, no one compares.
Exactly. We see Jackson miss both free throws as Forsters get to running. Now we see Alt get it to Heinen on that left side. Heinen looking to get it down low to Wool. Wool has it going to work now on White, and that's an easy turnaround two for Wool, as White just not big enough. White's only 6'3". Dan Wool stands just towering over him. Dan Wool 6'7" in frame. That's just too easy, as the Forsters are just too big. I like the game plan from Coach Platt.
So far, they're the only ones that have come out of the second with points. 6 so far for the Foresters, 0 for the Rams. It'll be a full timeout instead of a 30-second called by the Rams. But like you said, Logan, I like what I see so far in the play calling by Coach Platt here in the second.
It seemed like the Foresters were settling a lot for long-distance jumpers and mid-range shots. And it looks like Coach Platt at halftime said, let's attack them down low. Let's go with Peterson and Wool right at them. They have the size advantage. And not to mention, some of the bigs for Ohio are getting themselves into foul trouble. You see Alfred, Thompson, and Dada all kind of sitting with 2 and 3 fouls apiece. If you go right at them and get them in foul trouble, there's not much they can do but put their hands up. And that's too easy. That's 2 easy points for the Foresters, and look to see them just keep going at them down low.
As you mentioned, Logan, they shot 6 threes and only hitting 2 of those, shooting for 33% in the first. And just as you mentioned, I think Coach Platt said, let's not be so fancy in halftime and just stick to the basics, stick to what we know, drill them, and get the fouls.
That's exactly what we've seen so far out of this veteran group. Between Heinen, Wool, Alt, Peterson, and Pippinger, we've seen all of them be aggressive and going right into the hearts of the Rams. And the Rams, something that we haven't seen too much out of them is like a full court press. I thought for sure we'd see that coming out of halftime, but they've kind of pulled off a little bit.
That kind of swayed the game in their favor at the end of the first, so maybe they'll pull that trick out again later in the second.
Johnson dribbling now at the top of the key for the Rams, trying to get himself a play call here. Johnson gets it to White, isolation with Alt on that left side. White goes up, gets a nice fancy layup to fall for himself. That's first points on the board for the Rams in this second half, coming 3 minutes in. Heinen couldn't quite get it to Aldous. White's going to get himself a breakaway steal. He goes up and slams it home with the left hand. Nice dunk there by White. And now we see the full court press coming into effect, like you said, Victor, as Derek Heinen going to bring it up cleanly for the Foresters.
I think Rams coach tried a different game plan out of halftime, but he realized that what he was calling in the first was better off, and he's gone back to that.
We have a foul now on Alfred. That is his 4th foul. We said these bigs are getting themselves into foul troubles. Now Thompson comes in for him. We'll see Derek Heinen inbounding from underneath his own basket. He gets it to Wool. Wool has it tipped away by Jackson. Still will be Huntington ball. Pippinger will do the duties of passing this one in. He gets it to Heinen. Heinen gets a screen from Wool, driving into that right side. Gets Jackson off his feet, goes up, and gets the easy 2.
Heinen asking for the foul, but once again, referee is letting him play.
Gross gets it up, gets it to Johnson on that right side. He's going to get a screen from Thompson. Johnson finds Jackson. Jackson throwing over to Thompson. Thompson gets it to Johnson on the right wing. Good ball movement here by the Rams. Gross now has it on the left side with Pippinger. So he's trying to go to work, pop up for 2, and that's good. Pippinger couldn't have much better defense on him if he tried.
It looked like number 2 of the Rams came down hard on his left ankle, quite possibly. He yelled out in pain, so we'll see how that affects him progressing forward.
Wool gonna get a handoff to Heinen now. Heinen looking to go to work. He gets it off to Wool. Wool with a 1 pass to Peterson. Peterson up and in for 2. And 1 opportunity for Alec Peterson.
That was a great job by Daniel Wall, realizing Peterson was right there in the paint to get the 2. And just, once again, poor job by the Rams trying to foul this big man, Big Al, as I like to call him, 6'10", Alec Peterson.
We see Dada come in for Gross. Also, Johnson, number 2, will exit the game with that knee injury. That he did get that foul. It's his 3rd foul. Armstrong comes in for him. We see Pippinger taking a seat as Murder comes in for him. Peterson missing that and one opportunity. We also see Drew Benedict in the ball game. He comes in for Tyler Alt. As White driving in on Benedict, and he gets that floater to go in the lane. Heinen getting it up court. Armstrong all over him. Heinen goes down low to Peterson. Peterson putting the ball on the ground now. Throws it out to Benedict. Benedict out to Heinen on the left side. Heinen goes in, pass to Benedict in the corner for 3, and that is good!
Drew Benedict with nothing but net. That's the sharpshooter we know and love.
White going the full length of the court quickly. Wool thought he had the block, missed it, and now we're going to have a foul on Dan Wool. That's Wool's 4th foul of the ball game, and he already knows that he's going to have to take a seat. And White misses his first free throw attempt as Clark, the freshman, will come in for him. 53-32, Foresters on top. 5 minutes in to this second half. White with his 2nd free throw attempt, and he's able to get that one to fall. Peterson to Heinen. Dada will cover Heinen. Heinen getting it up court, that left hand going strong, looking for a pass now, gets it down low to Peterson. Peterson going up strong, and he is fouled.
Once again, Peterson realizing that the lane is open, but once the Rams crowd him, they're again making him foul. I guess that's not too bad of a thing, as he did miss the last free throw, but you never want to purposely foul.
That foul going Cody Jackson, the freshman, that's his 1st foul. And Peterson missing his 2nd free throw attempt. So now Alfred will come in for Thompson for the Rams. The Foresters lead by 20. It's Peterson looking to at least convert on one of these. 2nd free throw attempts up, and that one is good. Armstrong bringing it up quickly. Benedict meets him at the volleyball line. Finds it. Dada on the left side. Dada looking to penetrate. Down low pass to Alfred. Alfred gets it up and in as Benedict looked like maybe took an elbow to the ear there.
It looked like Benedict bit off a bit more than he could chew as he was towered over by the 6'10" Alec Peterson, and he was just like, please don't hurt me.
Clark going to Peterson, and Peterson goes up for 2, and he is fouled again. That foul will be on Alfred as he pushed him in the back, and Alfred is DQ'd. That is his 5th. So we'll see Alfred's night end about 14 minutes early as Thompson will have to come for him, and he will take a nice warm spot on the bench and will not return. Peterson up for his 1st free throw attempt, and that rims around and out. You got to think this is just a mental game now for Alec Peterson. It's his 2nd free throw attempts up, and he does get that one to fall as Peterson exit, and Trevor Lockwood will come in for him. Miscommunication there between Dada and Armstrong. Armstrong wasn't ready for the pass and steps on the line and out of bounds.
They tried to get the ball in bounds before the clock was ready to go, and the referees called it back. And then when they tried to in-ball the pass again, they just weren't ready for it.
Gross and Johnson coming in now for Dada and Armstrong, and I don't blame the coach after that one. Heinen going to get the screen up top from Clark. Looking to penetrate, finds Lockwood. Lockwood thought about the screen there. Heinen going to take it in himself, and he is fouled going up. Now it'll be Gross getting him with an elbow to the hip. So Derek Heinen will go to the line to shoot 2. That's Gross's third foul of the ball game and the team's sixth. So now we'll see the Foresters. They'll be in the bonus for the rest of this game. Heinen's first free throw attempt's up, and that rolls around and in for him.
This might just be me, Logan, but I think this might be a long second half.
Dada will come in for Gross now. Heinen looking to convert on his second free throw attempt. This one's up. And no good. Rebound now by Jackson. Gets it to Johnson as Johnson looks to push for the Rams. Puts the moves on Benedict and then pulls it back out. Over to White on that right side. White splits the defenders, goes up with a crafty move, in for two. Nice move there by White.
Great job by number 32 of the Rams, trying to breathe some life into this team.
Heinen pushing the ball up court for the Foresters. He takes it all the way up for two on the left side. No good. Rebound by Jackson. This will be Dada going right at Benedict. It's not there. Lockwood almost with the block, but in for two.
Lockwood did get a piece of it, but just too fast by the Rams.
Heinen pushing again. He's looking for some movement here. No one's moving. Finally finds Murder on the left side. Gets it down low to Clark. Clark gets it to Lockwood at the free throw line, and he nails the jumper.
That was one of the most beautiful jumpers I have ever seen.
Trevor Lockwood showing his versatility as he's 6'8" and can shoot from the perimeter. That's a nifty little gadget to have as a 6'8" big man.
It'll come in handy later down the road versus these Crossroads teams.
Johnson getting tipped away, but Thompson gets a hold of it. White has Murder all over him. Jackson gets handoff to Dada. Dada gets it tipped from Clark. He goes down low to White. White up and in for an easy two. Murder going to give it right back to Heinen now. Heinen's going to bring it up. He passes the timeline. Has an open lane. Finds Benedict. Out for three on the wing, and it's too easy, coach. Put him in every time.
That's two that he's hit from near the Forester bench.
Drew Benedict, like we said, came out strong in the second half, drilling two of them. And he's having a nice second half after missing two easy ones in the first half. We've seen some great movement from the Foresters. They lead by 20, 61-41 with just under 12 minutes remaining in this ball game. Victor, what have you seen differently from the Foresters than what they were doing in the first half?
Well, as we mentioned before the second half started, is that they're not being as fancy. We saw Drew Benedict take his second three of the second half, but that's only the 2 threes that the Foresters have here in the second, and that's because they're drilling forward and getting inside the paint instead of trying to play outside the perimeter.
Coming out of this timeout, Kyle Platt will come in for Derek Heinen, as Heinen's going to get himself a well-deserved rest. And a very big lineup for the Foresters. And it's good to see number 2, DeRay Johnson, coming back in for the Rams after that it looked like knee injury there. But he's in and seems to be feeling all right. So got to say good job for that man.
Just shake it off.
As Taylor Swift would say. As White is going to go in for 2, and that is good. Clark inbounding to Murder. Murder going to do the ball handling duties now.
Have you listened to her new album?
I have, Victor.
I'm not as impressed. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm a little Markayla Maloney right now. I'm not as impressed with her new album. Shake It Off, yes, but not so much the others.
The Rams now bringing strong pressure onto the Foresters as it gets down low to Clark. Clark up and over. Clark with a nice 2.
Once again, we see from the Foresters, Austin Clark getting inside the paint, and that's where the Foresters are dominating.
Johnson has Benedict over him. Johnson gets it to White. White going one-on-one with Murder. Step back, Jay. That's no good. Rebound by Murder.
Great defensive play by Murder. Nothing but hand in the face of the Rams.
As Murder brings it up, he's going to find Platt on the right wing, looking to go down low to Lockwood. Not quite there. Benedict thought about shooting at the top. He decides against it. Finds Clark. Clark out to Platt. Good movement here by the Foresters. Off the hands to Lockwood. Platt look to him. Turnover now as Johnson pushes it up court. He gets it to Jackson. Jackson to Thompson. Thompson going to take the three from the wing, and that is good. Silky smooth lefty.
Great job by Thompson getting it over number 5, Kyle Platt. Platt being 6'6" for the Foresters, so that was a tremendous job.
A little pressure defense here from the Rams. They're looking to trap. It's not there.
That might have been a reach-in by the Rams.
Benedict gets it to Murder now. Things settling down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Platt going to get himself a play call.
Got 5 left.
Platt finds Benedict. Benedict for the long three, and it hits the rim and no good. Johnson getting it up. Finds Thompson. Thompson dribbling around. That's Clark over him. A little confusion here now as Thompson wants to go one-on-one with Clark. He's going to dribble in. That's not there. Clark with the rebound. He gets it poked away by Jackson. Clark goes to the ground. Thompson open for three in the wing, and that is good. Murder bringing the ball up for the Foresters. Pressure defense still coming from the Rams. Benedict gets it now as he looks to cross over Johnson. He's going to go himself in the lane. He gets fouled.
We're seeing the VCU full court press once again by the Rams, but they can't commit the foul if they want to get back into the game.
Benedict will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be on Johnson. That's Johnson's 4th foul. Benedict nails the first one as Heinen will come into the ballgame now for Murder. And before Heinen came in, we heard Coach Platt talk to Derek Heinen. He said, please be a point guard out there. So that means he's not liking what he's seeing out of the Foresters. He needs someone to take control against this press, and that's exactly what Heinen's here to do. So we see Benedict nail both of them. Gross brings it up court. Gross dribbling now to the left side. Looking to go down low to Thompson. Gets the screen. Trying to take it himself. Mid-range jumper up. No good. Platt with the strong rebound. Looking to find Heinen, and he does. Heinen will bring it up.
With Heinen on the court, you know the Foresters have the leadership, but that's one thing the Forester bench is going to have to work on. They need a leader when Heinen's not on the court.
Heinen tried getting it to Clark. And loose ball goes to the ground. Heinen gets it, and Lockwood calling the timeout from the ground. You got to like that out of the freshman. We heard him first calling for the timeout once Heinen got it. That's just good basketball IQ.
Once again, we just mentioned that with Heinen on the court, the Foresters have more leadership, and we see that from the freshmen, though, as Heinen is leading by example. Freshmen are following in his footsteps.
Got like what we've seen so far out of the Foresters. They're hitting their shots. They're going to the ground, really being scrappy, and that's what's giving them a 65-49 lead with just under 9 minutes to go in this ball game. We've seen some foul troubles not going their way so far, but that's gone both ways as Ohio Midwestern having to deal with a few of their own. We see Johnson, probably their best player tonight, has 4 fouls. We've seen Alford already DQ'd for him, so you know that the Rams are going to be playing small, and I like what they're doing, how they're bringing the pressure and trying to make Huntington play small ball with them. Huntington needs to get back to what they're doing the first half and just pounding it down low with their bigs.
If more of the Rams players foul out, though, then there isn't really a chance to continue their full court press because, as you just mentioned, the main guy who is leading that full court press already has 4 fouls.
You are correct, Victor, as now we have Platt, Benedict, Lockwood, Clark, and Heinen coming out of the timeout for the Foresters. It'll be Thompson, Gross, White, Jackson, and Dada coming out for the Rams. Platt will inbound from the far side. He finds Heinen. Heinen going to get some penetration. He goes on the inside, and that's going to be a blocking call on Thompson. They're going to call no shot, though. But it doesn't matter because Heinen gets to go to line because they are in the bonus.
You have to make sure you square yourself away, and there was still movement by number 0.
That's Thompson's 2nd foul and the team's 8th, so Heinen goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Heinen missed the first one. Lockwood with the rebound, up for two, and that's good. Nice hustle there, Trevor Lockwood.
It's a great job by Lockwood. When Peterson's not in the game, I think we're going to see Lockwood taking control of the big man position.
Gross gets it up the left side against Heinen. He's going to get the screen from Thompson. Gets it back to Thompson. Thompson going to take the three. We've seen him hit two already. It's no good, and now we're going to have an over-the-back call. This one, I believe, is going to go on Dada. And that's Dada's fourth foul.
And Rams now with 9 fouls here in the second. They're going to have to be conscious of that.
It's going to be Austin Clark going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Next foul against the Rams will mean that the Forcers are in the double bonus. They'll be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the game. Clark's first free throw was up, and that is good. As everyone seemed a little surprised that he hit that one, even he did. Second free throw attempt. He earned it after the first one. He'll go up, and that one drops for him.
Everybody likes good surprises.
As now we'll see DeVoe Armstrong come in for Brennan Gross. Armstrong get it, bring it up court. The lead's 20 with 8:30 remaining in this ball game. Armstrong dribbling now to the left side. Same play we've seen multiple times. This time he passes out to Thompson on the left wing. Thompson has Lockwood on him, just dribbling around, gets it to White. White has Benedict on him, trying to go to work on the smaller man. He goes up, and it'll be a blocking foul on Drew Benedict. Now allow Patrick White to go to the line to shoot 2.
I think number 32 is finally realizing that he has to play aggressive. Because I look over at the Rams bench, and they have only 3 players on the bench, one of which is already DQ'd.
We see White missing his first free throw attempt. Try to cash in on the second one. And he does convert on the second one. Heinen gets it up, gets into the trap. Benedict right there. He's going to go cross court to Platt. Platt back up top to Heinen. And Heinen slows things down. Nice job there by Derek Heinen. Getting the screen from Clark. Dribbling in, throws it out to Platt. Platt gets it to Heinen now, back at the top of the key. Jackson doing a good job on Heinen. Heinen gets it to Benedict. Benedict step back 3 from the corner, and that's an error ball. Rebound by Thompson. Armstrong gets it up quickly, gets it to Dada. Dada up for an easy 2. Now Heinen has the ball, sees the full court press with the trap coming. Heinen finds Clark at half court. And we're going to have an over and back call. As Clark threw it to Heinen behind. And that's going to be a turnover for the Foresters. We'll see Platt, Clark exit the ball game. Alt, Peterson, Pippinger, Wool, all coming in as Benedict will take a seat also.
We'll see the starting 5 back in for the Foresters.
It'll be White getting the ball now on this right side. Gets the screen from Thompson, tries to dribble through traffic, not quite there. Gets it to Armstrong on the left side. Finds Thompson way out of the top of the key. Peterson all over him. He drives in. Crazy left-handed layup, but gets it to drop with the kiss off the glass. Heinen getting trapped in the backcourt, finds Pippinger. Pippinger trying to get it up. He finds Wool. Wool thought about bringing it up, now pulls it back out to Heinen. Heinen getting the screen from Wool. Give and go, but it's tipped away from White, and now Dada gets it. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson up to Armstrong. He's driving to the lane, up for 2, and that's no good. Rebound by Wool. And Heinen will just walk it up for the Foresters. He's going to try to take some life out of this ball. Shorten this game as much as possible. He gets it now to Pippinger. Pippinger puts the moves on White. He'll go right at the hole. He's up and in for 2. Nice play there by Kyle Pippinger. He's been doing it all night long. Johnson dribbles up. Gonna stop on the left wing. Has Pippinger on an island, takes him in. Throws out to White. White for 3. And that's no good. Rebound by Alec Peterson. He hands it off to Heinen. Heinen looking to push now. He gets up, and that'll be a hand check call on Armstrong. And Huntington will go to the line to shoot 2. Since the Forsters now get to shoot 2 after being in the double bonus. That's Armstrong's first foul, though. Huntington will get his first one up, and he nails that one. Now a few substitutions. Gross will come in for White, and Jackson will come in for Johnson on the Rams side of the ball. Huntington looking to convert on this second free throw attempt. It's up, and no good. Rebound by Dada. As Armstrong gets it up quickly on that right wing. Finds Gross. Gross gets it to Dada. Dada to Thompson on the left wing. Peterson meets him out wide. Thompson going with the ISO, going to take it in with the left hand. That's going to be an offensive foul as he pushed that elbow out. Good call there by the referee to recognize that. That'll be Thompson's third foul of this ball game. So Alt looking to inbound now to Heinen. Rams gonna look to trap at half court. Heinen walks right into it, gets it to Alt. Alt right back to Heinen. Heinen swings it to Pippinger on the left side. Pippinger driving in, pass to Peterson. Peterson goes up and he is fouled. That's gonna be Cody Jackson, the 6'5" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, picking up that foul. It's only his second foul. And Peterson will shoot free throws as he hits the first one. Second free throw attempts up, and he gets that one to fall. Alex Peterson cashed it in on a pair there. So Armstrong gets it up for the Rams. Gonna go to Dada now, the near side. Finds Gross up top. Gets it out to Dada on the corner for 3, and that is good. The Rams get themselves on the board. Heinen bringing it up. Rams looking to trap. Heinen throws it right into the hands of Dada, and Dada's pushing it now as he gets it to Gross. Gross up for 2, and that is good.
Still plenty of time left on the clock. Could the Rams make a run?
As Coach Platt is not happy at all. Coach Platt not happy at all with his sophomore point guard, Derek Heinen, as he's asking where he was throwing that ball on that last turnover.
Sometimes you have to give your players some tough love in order to get into their heads.
74-59, Forsters lead this one with 4:39 remaining. And we saw a lot of life out of the Forsters, and then just like that, it seems like Ohio Midwest, there's this pesky squad that just seems to not go away. You gotta like the effort you've seen out of Ohio Midwestern, Victor.
I always love the underdogs having the never give up mentality. I've rooted for them my whole life, so I like to see this effort that they're putting forth with some good runs here and trying to block them in the middle. It's causing players like Derek Heinen not being able to concentrate correctly and turn over the ball.
Heinen, it looked like he didn't have any help on that trap, though. I mean, there was really nowhere else to go. He was trying to get it to his buddy, Dan Wool, and just a misguided pass. I don't think necessarily, a bad play. It just turned out that way because Heinen really wasn't getting any other help there. The player thought he was just going to get it up himself.
That does fall on the rest of the team. When you see your player in trouble, someone has to step up to bail him out.
We see Heinen getting the inbound from Pippinger. Heinen gets it up, finds Pippinger. Pippinger gonna get it back to Heinen now. Heinen to the middle to Wool. Wool gonna get fouled on a reach in there. And they're gonna call Jackson on the grab.
Rams foul on number 3, Cody Jackson, his third.
That will be his third foul. He's picked up all 3 of his fouls in this second half, as Dan Wool will go to the line to shoot a pair. His first one's up, and he hits that with ease. Gonna look to convert and go 2 for 2. Second one's up, and that one's good too, hitting the bottom of the net. Now we see Gross bringing it up for the Rams, looking to push. Goes right at Pippinger, nice crossover. He gets blocked by Peterson. Heinen coming up with the ball. Peterson open down low, but Heinen goes to Pippinger. Pippinger gonna drive in, go up for 2. That rolls around and out, and that's Pippinger's first miss of the ball game, and he looked surprised that he missed. And that's Armstrong going full into the court, getting a nice 3 of his own. Heinen gonna try to slow things down now. Dribbling through traffic, and that's gonna be a kick ball on Dada. Heinen put it right into his leg.
But I continue to appreciate this effort that I'm seeing from the Rams. Still plenty of fight left in the game.
We see White coming in now for Dada. Pippinger inbounding from the near side. Finds Heinen in the backcourt. Heinen gets it to Wool. Wool to Alt. Alt getting it back to Heinen. Heinen getting trapped almost every time. Heinen gets it to Wool. Wool gonna go to work down low. He goes up for 2. That's no good. Rebound by Cody Jackson. He finds Armstrong. Armstrong throws it up to White. White gonna take the 3. That's no good. Nice box out by Tyler Alt coming up with the rebound. Alt gets it up court. He's gonna attract the trap there. He gets it to Alt now, back at the top. Pippinger gonna go down low to Peterson. Peterson going to Heinen. Heinen open down low. Nice power dribble to go up for 2. And now we have a timeout here from the Rams. They're gonna take a full timeout with 3:23 remaining. The Foresters on top, 78-62. What do you think Coach Platt's message was in that timeout, Victor, that got the Foresters to maintain this lead?
Well, to once again keep their heads in the game. Many turnovers in this game. Over 10 now, I believe, where last night not as many. Last night, I mentioned in the pregame that I was hoping to see the Foresters having some fun here today after the great win we saw last night. But it's gotten a little bit more serious today because of the full court press that the Rams have shown. I think Coach Platt is just telling the guys right now to finish the game. We have just under 3:30 to go and ahead by 16. It's time to finish the game.
Definitely going to have to finish this game as the Rams, like I said, just pesky. They have nothing to lose. They're trying to spoil the party here in Huntington University, and they want this win. This would look great for their record. A loss here at the Forester Classic for the Foresters, it wouldn't necessarily look good losing at your own little tournament here.
When you have a tournament named after yourselves, it's never good to lose during said tournament.
Exactly. As Foresters look to come out strong and, like you said, Victor, keep their head in this ball game, maintain their composure. As we see the starting 5 on the court, which I'm not sure they necessarily expected themselves to be playing this late in the ball game. We see Peterson, Wool, Heinen, Pippinger, and Alt.
But I think that's the message Coach Platt wants to send to his players, that even though it's early in the season, you need to know how to finish. Whether you're the starting 5, you're the Fab 5 freshman, you have to know how to finish.
Got Gross bringing up on Pippinger. He's trying to go to work, and he will have it stripped away. Heinen getting the ball. Good defense by Pippinger. Heinen gets to Pippinger on the left side. He gets it right back to Heinen. Heinen going out of the right side to Alt. Alt back to Heinen. Heinen swings it to Pippinger, gives it right back. Armstrong meeting Heinen up top. Heinen dribbling now. He pulls up for 2. Tries to bank it. It's not there. Peterson goes up for 2. It's not there. Peterson getting the board again. This time he's going to try it again, and it's not there. He's going to say it was blocked. White getting the ball. He's going to go right at Wool. Goes up for 2. Not there. And they're going to say the ball goes out of bounds.
Wall showing some frustration to Peterson, but again, you can't let the frustration get the best of you.
Gross inbounds to Armstrong. Armstrong going to immediately take the three. Not there. Peterson getting the board. Looking for a guard to get it to him. Finds Pippinger. Pippinger passes the timeline safely. 2:20 remains. Pippinger gets it over to Alt. And it gets tipped from White. Hits off of Alt. Goes out of bounds. And that ball going to go back to the Rams. Good defensive play there by White. We've seen him do that multiple times tonight.
I will have to agree, Logan. I love the effort that White still continues to show with 2 minutes left to play.
Armstrong finds Jackson. Jackson gets to Gross. Gross trying to penetrate, finds Jackson. Jackson the give and go to Dada down low. Avoids the Peterson block, and it's good to go, up for two. Alt gets it to Heinen as the lead's down to 14, just under 2 minutes to play. Heinen getting trapped, finds Wool down to Peterson. Peterson with the slam home.
And that's a fault when you do a full court press. You might leave a man open, and Peterson was the kryptonite to the full court press.
We see Gross putting the moves on Pippinger. He goes up and he gets it blocked, and now they're going to call Pippinger with the foul.
We don't often see Pippinger show some emotion in his face, but he was a little disturbed by that call.
It did look like he had the clean block on him. It looked like that was all ball. They're going to call a little body contact on him, and I'm not sure I agree with that call.
And now seeing a smile from Pippinger, just trying to laugh it off. That's 2 emotions from him so far. That's more than we've saw out of him all last season.
It's the game high for him right there. We see Gross knocking down the first free throw attempt.
I think that's a stat we need to keep track of.
And Gross' second free throw's up, and that is good. Something to know is that the Forcers have only had 4 fouls this half. They've done a good job staying out of foul troubles. The inbound goes to Wool. Wool gets it up to Peterson, but throws it out of bounds. Peterson couldn't quite get it as Wool was pushing it.
You see Peterson smiling as the pass just too high. You don't often say that when it comes to Peterson, the pass being too high. But Coach Platt over here asking Wall, why'd you do that? It's so late in the game. Don't be fancy. That's what we tried to be earlier, and it didn't work.
Sweet block there by Heinen against Armstrong to prevent the three. It's Heinen just trying to get it up, and now Armstrong will be called for the hand check. Now it'll be Armstrong's second foul. And Heinen will go to the line to shoot a pair. So now Wool will get a talking to by Coach Platt.
You see you all smiling over here. He's like, I know.
Heinen going to shoot 2 here. First one's up and rolls around and out. Heinen trying to give himself a little pep talk. Heinen looking to come away with something from this attempt. Second one's up and hits the front iron. No good. Rebound by Dada. Don't often see that. Heinen missing 2 straight. Armstrong finds White in the corner. He'll dish off to Jackson. Jackson going in strong. Spin move. No good as he's going to be fouled. It looked like a travel, though. And they're going to call the foul first. That foul will go on Alec Peterson. That'll be Peterson's 4th foul.
It's a good thing it's so late in the game, but he has to be careful of that going on this season because, like I mentioned in the last broadcast, he did foul out many times, and it ended up in the Foresters losing the game.
Free throws up and no good by Jackson. Coach Platt plans on keeping his starters in as they are up 14 with 55 seconds remaining. That's Jackson's second attempt's up, rolls around and in. And full court press still by Huntington as Heinen gets the ball. Starting that 5-second clock, gets to Alt. Alt avoids the trap. Gets it over to Heinen. Heinen gets it across the timeline. Dribbles in, easy 2 for Heinen, and the end 1. And that'll be Armstrong picking up his 3rd foul. So Heinen will get to go to the line to try to tack on 1 more.
I'm looking at Heinen here, and I'd actually kind of like to see him start wearing a headband. You know, go a little retro 80s to collect all the sweat that you see on his forehead.
He's been putting in a lot of hard work tonight as he makes the and one. Armstrong getting it, moving it up quickly, gets it to Gross. Gross trying to break down Pippinger, goes for the 2, and that's good. Heinen getting it now, looking for someone to pass to, finds Wool. Wool just holding it up. He's gonna try to get it up, gets it to Heinen. Heinen gets it past the timeline, and now we'll pull it back out. Shot clock and game clock almost identical. Pippinger has it, has Dada with him, just gonna break the 5-second. Heinen has it, just dribbling the ball around now. Heinen will go up, easy 2 off the glass. Armstrong gonna bring it up, finds Jackson. Jackson will take the 3. That's no good. And they're gonna say that White touched it last. The Foresters will get the ball with 2 seconds remaining. All they have to do is inbound it, get it to Heinen. And that's all she wrote here at Huntington University as the Huntington Foresters come away with this one 85-69. And a strong effort there from the Foresters.
A strong effort from the Rams as well. Not the same scene we saw last night with the Foresters winning by over 40 points, but still a win's a win here in Platt Arena of the second round of the Forester Classic. This is FDN Sports on the Forester Digital Network. We'll take a quick break and be right back with final stats. we're back here on the Forcer Digital Network, FDN Sports. I'm Victor McCarty alongside my cohort Logan Hunt. Final here today in the second round of the Forcer Classic. Forcers 85, Rams 69. Logan, what stood out to you today?
Well, it was a lot closer than what we had predicted. We thought that the Forcers were going to run away with this one. What stood out a lot to me really was the field goal percentage. Really, it seemed like the Forcers shot a lot better than the Rams did. They were just taking a lot smarter shots. We saw the Rams just kind of jacking up some threes late. I think that was a key component for them. Also, some free throw percentage that really kind of skewed it a little bit. You saw Derek Hine and Alec Pearson both going 50% from the line, both 5 for 10. I think that kind of hurt the Forcers down the stretch, and that's what ultimately made it a little closer.
I would have to agree, Logan. And again, looking at the turnovers, 16 turnovers for the Forcers, but equal steals and 6 blocks. As we wrap up here on FDN Sports, final stats, we see Coach Platt coming out to join us. And we welcome Coach Platt here on FDN Sports. First off, congratulations, Coach, on the win. Were there any key players that stood out to you in this closer than last night win?
Well, I think that I thought Alec had a good second half for the most part there. There's still things that he needs to get a lot better at too. I thought Trevor Lockwood is a bright spot as far as the freshman that he is, and I think he does a lot of good things when he's in there. We're a little disappointed with the way that we played. We shot free throws very poorly. Some guys that normally would hit them didn't, and we just got to be able to go to the line and do it with confidence and knock those down. We turned the ball over too many times. I just think that we're a very young team. We're still trying to figure out who the guy is going to be at the certain times of the games and those kinds of things. So there's not a real rhythm to it. I didn't think the game felt like we had a rhythm at all during the whole game. It just didn't feel right. But you got to play with. The opponent's going to play the whole 40 minutes, and they did. They didn't give up, and we didn't do a very good job defensively in the second half to keep them in front of us, and so consequently they kept chipping away at it. But I don't know. We'll grow from it.
The Rams did play a lot of the full court press, which led to miscommunication by the Forcers. But touching on trying to find out who will be the starting lineup going forward, you have 5 freshmen showing a lot of promise, but the starting 5 that we have seen these past 2 nights are great as well. How do you balance their playing time going forward?
It's who's ever going to be playing well that day. It's really what it's going to come down to. We also get to see him every day in practice. So, it's what you're going to do on a daily basis, whether it be a game or a practice. And it might be different people on different nights. I really don't know who it is. Because we have a lot of depth, that's a great thing. But we also have to establish some people and some rotations. But I don't know if that's even going to happen for a while, to be honest with you. We're just going to continue to be a work in progress, like I said, and trying to figure out who that's going to be. Derek is a guy that runs the show for us. He's going to run it as long as he can, but we got to have somebody ready to step up and take that role too when he's not in the game. We're still looking for that. But it's like I said, we'll get better, and if we can knock down some free throws and so forth, maybe things look a little better than what it does today. But at the end of the day, now it's about getting ready for Holy Cross and see if we can't improve in that game.
As you mentioned last night, Coach, you do have 3 games in 4 days. So what do you tell the guys in order to get some rest on Sunday coming up to the final game in the 4-game stretch?
Besides the fact that we have these games all in a row, the other unique thing is it'll be Holy Cross's first game, so we really don't know a lot about that opponent, whereas most of the time you know an awful lot about your team as you come in and you prepare and you do scouting reports and so forth. So I guess the thing we got to worry about is us. I told them we got to get some rest, we got to learn from our mistakes, and we got to come ready on Monday to get better and to improve. And it's going to be one of these types of things. I really feel that we're going to have these ebbs and flows maybe more with this team than we've had obviously last year, just because of some of that youthfulness that we have. But they'll get used to playing together, and things will come. We'll just see what happens on Monday.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time, and congratulations once again on the win. Coach Platt saying that they will need to rest on the seventh day on Sunday, just as God said. Foresters coming away with a win once again today, as they did last night. Foresters beating the Rams 85-69 inside Platt Arena. We'll see them once again on Monday night as they face Holy Cross. We will be back on the air tonight at 7 as volleyball comes on the court. It'll be an interesting time. We're going to have to get some rest ourselves tonight, Logan.
Oh, yes, indeed we will. It's got a full slate coming up here in the next few days. Well, like you said, tonight, 7 o'clock, got our volleyball girls. They're getting ready to go, and we look for a good showdown then.
For all our crew, our director, and my partner, Logan Hunt, I am Victor McCarty with FDN Sports on the Forester Digital Network.